Hello there, Leo Man of Mountain, back again with a wild camp. And I am back in the Forest of Bowland. And what you might notice is it's a little bit dark. Yeah, that's because traffic and just life. So why am I still bothering? Well, it's because I've set off and I know I've got to do it. So we're setting up in the dark, we're getting in the tent, and it is definitely getting to that time of year now. Winter has come, as they say in the north, and yeah, it's gonna be a cold one, but nevertheless we're here and we're gonna enjoy it anyway. Got a new bit of food I'm gonna try today. I've never had an adventure food pack yet, the dehydrated meal, so I'm on hot pot. There's nothing more northern than hot pot, is there? So let's go and set up pitch after the intro. Right, so here we are at the top of where I'm camping, which is Parlick. Never camped on here before. I've always gone a bit further. Well, this is quite close to where you park up, so thought I'd give it a try, see if there's anywhere good to camp up here. I'd like to see where I'm going to pitch up, but it's going to have to be guesswork. So I'm not even going to bother recording putting my tent up because, well, let's face it, you're not really going to see much even with this light on. So let's get it set up and get in the tent. Right, so we're all set up in the tent and we are ready to get in the sleeping bag when needs be. Well, I've got to put that in my bag first, obviously, but we're all set up, so we're okay. Funny angle vision here. Yeah, anyway, never mind the angle vision. Not looking bad, looking pretty good. And you know, it's a good space, this, what I found. Obviously it'd be a lot better in the daytime, if you will, but you know, we're looking good. We're all ready to set up, get in the bag and have a bit of a lie down for a few, and then make tea. So I'll get the stuff out. Right, well, I'm sat down on the nice Thermarest mat, and what's for tea? Well, like I said before, I'm on a right northern tea tonight. Hot pot. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but yeah, minced beef hot pot. So like I say, I've never had this brand before, Adventure Food. This is one of the food you can buy at Go Outdoors. I just thought I'll go in there and see what there is, and it's buy one get one half price. So I bought this and a pasta carbonara. I fancied a bit of a northern tea tonight, so yeah, beef hot pot. There's no pastry in it or anything like that, so it's not a real hot pot, but it's whatever's in the hot pot. So it should be nice, I hope, anyway. Otherwise it'd be another disaster, another Leo Man of Mountain food disaster. But I have backup. See, the missus was an absolute diamond here. She went out today and she found some of my favourite brand of Eccles Cakes. I can't tell you what they were, but it comes in like they come from farm shops. This brand they sell in there, but Eccles Cakes, yeah. So if all else fails, I've got 2 Eccles Cakes, so it should be good. But before we get into any food, I need to make myself a brew. So it's time to get the jet boil on. So I'm on my brew. I've just had my Eccles cake because I couldn't resist having a nice Eccles cake. But yeah, I'm in my sleeping bag now, nice and toasty, and yeah, it's going to be a long night now. It's, what is it, 4:30 till 7:30, or even near enough 8 o'clock, I think, before it gets any light. So it's a long time now to be in a tent, and it's going to be like that for another month, and then it starts to get a bit brighter. But tonight it's supposed to be about 0 degrees at some point. Hopefully not, but even if it is, it will be fine. Got the right gear for it. But when I was walking up, it was unbelievable, really, because it had gone dark and it was really thick fog. I could barely see 5 meters. In fact, less than that, really. I could probably see about 3 meters in front. And at some point, to get up to Parlick, because I went around the side of Parlick, just an easier ascent up rather than straight up, which can be an absolute bloody nightmare. Yeah, there's like a little bit of a path that branches off, but you can only just see it in the day, never mind in the fog at night. So it was a bit of a struggle navigating. Luckily I had my watch on, so I just switched the navigation on. I could have gone up here without navigation. I just headed along to a point where I could just follow the fence back up. But yeah, quite difficult to navigate. So yeah, we're here anyway. It's a nice hill, this. I've never camped on here before. I've always gone further on to Fair Snake Fell, but Parlick is sort of it's like a proper 360 summit. So when you get to the top, there's views 360 all around, because it's like a very pinnacle almost summit, or pyramid type summit. So it's actually really good for views. Now the forecast was not fog, it was clear skies, but this time of year it's very unpredictable. It can be pretty foggy, but I'm hoping I wake up in the morning and the fog is down in the lowlands rather than up here, because if you get that up here, spectacular, that's all I'll say. But yeah, you never know, could be lucky. I've been lucky before, but I'm just here for a camp, so getting away from the missus. She got a mate round, and yeah, I can't be arsed with that. So I thought, well, what's a better excuse than wild camping? So yeah, we're up here camping in the cold, away from the women. If there's women watching, don't take offence to that. I didn't mean it offensively. I live with a woman. So I've just got a bit of a podcast on. A podcast, probably no one probably knows what it is. It's not a popular one. It's not a world-renowned one like Joe Rogan or something like that. But no, it's they're talking about Shackleton, his trip on the Endurance to the South Pole. So should be quite an interesting listen. And yeah, they had it worse than me. So I'll be comfortable in their discomfort. Right. So anyway, listen to my podcast. Right, so, it's cold in here now. Gonna get my tea on, see if I can warm me up a little bit more. That temperature's certainly dropped now. It is definitely getting colder and colder. So let's see what this is like. So I'll have to open it up. It means I've got to take off my gloves. Not good. Oh, it's cold. But it's what happens when you camp in winter. Gets a wee bit chilly. Alright. Oh, wow, that looks a bit like a super noodle. There's nothing brown about this, bit white, but you never know, might be deceiving. oxygenation pack, take that out. But yeah, have a look in there. It's pretty, can we see, yeah, it's not very hot pot coloured. I can't believe how blooming cold it's gone. Its temperature has dropped dramatically in the couple of hours that I've been here. It wasn't warm to begin with either. So, right. Now I've got to wait for my water to boil. Oh. The joys of camping in winter. You know, it's good because at the same time, it's like it's proper camping, if you know what I mean. It's really figuring out where your limits are, and you know, I quite like it. I don't mind it, the cold, but I am wrapped up pretty well. I look like the Michelin Man right now because I've got that many layers on. But yeah, it's a wee bit chilly, and I have been just laid in my sleeping bag for a bit, listening to podcast. But yeah, it is cold. So anyway, like I say, I'm gonna wait for this water to boil, and hopefully it boils pretty quickly. Although I think we're struggling. What I might do is I might try and warm up the canister. So knock it off. Yeah, knock it off. Put that in there. And I'm going to put the canister under my jacket. A little trick for you: if you are camping out in the cold and you find that your gas is being a bit slow, because I feel like you need to feel how cold that is, Genie Mac. It'll be very cold, that. So what we'll do, because there's still gas in there, you know, it's still pretty good. We'll stick it just under me. In fact, we'll stick it in my pocket. I mean, it might be the best way, because we'll get a bit of warmth, warm it up, and then make the gas a bit more gassy. Because right now, because it gets so cold, the gas turns into liquid, and the liquid sits at the bottom of the canister. And obviously, the more you use your gas, the colder it gets, because it's sort of creating a bit of a vacuum pressure loss. So it gets colder, and yeah, it can end up just turning into liquid, which is no good, because you need the gas coming out the top, not liquid sitting at the bottom. So like I say, it's in my pocket now. We'll get it warmed up as much as we can. So I might actually close this door again, because it is a bit chilly out there. And hopefully that way, I mean, I think a couple of camps ago, I did the same thing with my Soto Windmaster, and it just went whoosh. It was proper hot. So, you know, it should work again. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Put it in my pocket, let it warm up, and then we'll fire it up again. Right, so this is warmed up now. Sounds a little less liquefied. So we'll stick this back together, and see how it fires up. Already it sounds like it's got a bit of burn on it. So hopefully that now should heat up nice and quickly. The flame looks good as well. So we'll see how it goes. And I do believe that's done. So now we'll fill this up to line 11, which is there. So I've got to sort of figure out what line 11 is then. I think that might be line 11. We'll just have a check. What we'll do with a bit more. So now I'll mix it up and then leave it resting for 10 minutes. I'll be honest with you, I don't know what colour they think beef hot pot is, but generally when I've had it in the past, it's not white. So, oh, it's a bit stiff to stir up, this one. Oh, it's bloody mash, isn't it? I think I need some more water in that flipping heck. Interesting. Yeah. I mean, I like mash, so I mean, it's not a terrible thing to happen, but yeah, a bit unusual to have this much mash. All that white stuff you saw, I think it was just mash powder, smash as they call it. I'm using all my bloody water in that, I tell you. Definitely takes more than what it says. Right. I think there's some confusion over what hot pot is. I mean, wherever this is made, it's probably... I wonder where it's made. I wonder where the company's from. Because, I'll tell you what, beef hot pot is not just mash with a couple of pieces of beef in it. Oh, no, 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 no. It's chunks of potato. Yeah. Doesn't seal very well, this bag. There you go. I think I've got it now. Yeah, adventure food. I'm going to find out who these people are. Because it says mince hot pot. There ain't that much beef in it from what I've seen. It just seems to be a lot of mash. Well, there's 600 calories in it. And it should be alright. It didn't smell bad, it smelled good, it smelled quite good. So I'm hoping that these adventure foods can be another choice in my repertoire of food for camping. But yeah, I've used a lot more water than what it says. So whether that's a thing with these adventure foods, who knows? Who knows? But yeah, otherwise the mash would have been powder rather than actual you know, mashed potato. So anyway, 10 minutes, I'll bring you back. Right, so we're about 10 minutes, so we'll see how this tastes. I'll turn this light off behind me. Looks like a bloody halo. Oh, where are we? Oh, there we go. Right, Offski. Right. So it smells alright, smells good. Looks like it's just mashed potato, this. It's just mashed potato, which is alright if you just tell me it's mashed potato with beef. You know, don't call it hot pot. Although hot pot's anything really, innit? I know I'm giving this big jip about, oh, it chunks potato and all that kind of thing. It's because I'm northern. It's because that's what we normally have. But, I mean, it's just mashing it in this one. Well, that's not cooked through. Oh, bloody hell. I think we'll do a bit more water, to be honest, which is strange. That's just... It's a powder. I needed more water. Jesus Christ. That was up to line 11, that. Crikey. You know what, guys? I'm going to boil some more water. Christ almighty. Yeah. That's a bloody shame, innit? So just more water. This is 380 ml of water. I'm sure I put in like half a litre. Well, not half a litre, probably 400 and something ml of that. Oh, crikey. Open this bloody door again. Yeah, that flipping... Oh. Boil some more water. I'll bring you back when I've put more water in it. Right, welcome back. Put a bit more water in. I might have overdone it a little bit, but it might be edible now. So, it's creamy mash. So let's have a taste. You know what? It's quite nice. It's not the most amazing thing, but then again, it's probably because I've got in my head Northern Hot Pot. But it'll do the job. It will keep me tied over, plenty of calories. So yeah, clean my spoon off a little bit and then I'll dig in and eat a little more. But yeah, it'll do. So I'll carry on eating it. Right, so I'm in my sleeping bag. I've just made myself another brew, another coffee, and I'm gonna have my my second Eccles cake. You know, because another thing when you're camping out when it's cold, you need as much energy as you can to stay warm, because your body really is fighting the cold. You know, says me, the guy wearing 4 layers and not exactly Bear Grylls in it. So, but yeah, keep fed, keep watered, keep coffeed, and yeah. On that note, I think I'm gonna probably, well, I'm gonna eat these obviously first, and then I'll probably get my head down and close my eyes and see when I wake up. Maybe it's the morning. Who knows? I'll see you then. Well, good morning. Oh. Oh. I don't want to get up. Knackered. Good sleep though, I slept all the way through. But yeah, I need to get up now. Pack up. Hopefully, I get out there and it's beautiful. But I've got a feeling that we're still going to be in the cloud, in the clag. So, we'll see. We'll see. Right. Let's get up. Let's do something. Wow. Well, that's an interesting way to wake up to something. If you can see, there's a bit of this like a sandwich layer of cloud. You've got the inversion down underneath, and you've got obviously the upper cloud there, and that hill there that you can just see in between, that is Pendle Hill. I've never seen this before, but wow, does that look cool. That really does look cool. Incredible. Right, so we've woke up to some views today. Back here, this is Fair Snape, just on the end here. That's where I normally camp if I'm coming in this area. But you know what, I've had a good night here. This has been quite nice, and it's a bit different to wake up to this sort of view. This is a great view on Parlick, and you know what, I quite like it. It's been a nice spot to camp really. So yeah, but that's incredible. Absolutely unbelievable. So I'm going to pack up, and I'll see if I can do a bit of a time lapse. See if we can get the sun just coming up between that sandwiched layer of cloud there. That would be cool. But yeah, how weird does that look? That just looks weird. I like it. Anyway, like I say, that mound of black there, that's Pendle Hill. So right, enough of me talking, let's pack up. Now you can't tell me that it's not worth getting up here in the pitch dark last night in the clag just for that sunrise. That was, yeah, how pretty good that. I really like that. Just the sandwich of the cloud inversion. I don't know what they call that. It's just clouds in it, but it's the O version, the inversion and the O version. And just in between there, we had that beautiful sunrise. Unreal. It's gone now. It's going above the higher cloud, but that means it's my time to get cracking back down. So if you enjoyed the video, as always, like it and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you've got any comments, anything to say, you want to have a chat about something, ask any questions, feel free to put it in the comment section below. But apart from that, I think even with this beautiful Bowland scenery, very underrated place, I think it's time for me to end the video. So I'll see you guys next week.